Santa Cruz is the cruise port for Tenerife. And it's not a container dock, it is a cruise port terminal. So it's safe and you can walk on and off both sides just following the blue line. One side is on the jetty, the other side is up against the city. There is a very convenient information centre just at the cruise port and another one just across the pond. But our first walk is going to be along to the Opera House, which is actually not far from the bus station and the castle. Now, the Opera House is an opera house. The magic is what's between the Opera House and the castle.
On the rocks there are paintings of famous people and they're amazing. The likenesses are really good.
If you want to see them all, we have a video which concentrates on trying to get most of them, and there are an awful lot of paintings on the whole stretch of rocks around the Opera House. For all our videos, just type Doris Visits, then the name of the port, like Doris Visits Reykjavik. In this case, Doris Visits Rock and Roll Rocks.
It's becoming Tenerife's new tourist attraction.
Next to the Opera House is the Castle Keep, which I've never managed to find open. The other side of the Castle Keep is a Lido, but you will have all the pools on the ship to yourself on a port day. Though not necessarily in Santa Cruz, because although there's a lot to do in Tenerife, it's not actually here in the city.
There's loads to do here. You can do a medieval adventure, you can go to Siam Park, it's the Water Kingdom. You can go up the volcano, you can take a Segway tour, you can do a VIP tour all around the island, you can take out quad bikes, you can go up the mountain on them, or you can do a camel ride.
We showed you the first tourist information area. Let's show you the second one.
Near the harbour is the Plaza España, and this monument commemorates the dead in the Spanish Civil War. Almost disguised as an eco-garden, the tourist information is the other side of the lake from the monument.
There are two ways to get to the bus garage. Either walk along to the Opera House, turn right and it's just up the hill, or go into the town, turn left and see the market, and then the bus garage will be along a little bit further. Great bus garage, easy to get anywhere. Here's the market.
This is very much a local market offering meat, fish, poultry, vegetables, fruit, but there is some art and some jewellery here that you can have a look at.
The bus service in Spain is brilliant, regular, on schedule and reliable, and easy to find from the cruise port, so you can go just about anywhere, and we'll show you 3 options. And as well as them being listed clearly, there's an all-day travel card which you can get that'll save you money. We're off to find Jean some kite surfing lessons. So if you want to find a beach, remember, the beaches here in Tenerife can be a bit up and down. It's not Gran Canaria with white sand, not quite Lanzarote with dark sand, but it's in between. Here's Medano, which is the one we went to by bus. Lovely day out. It was hot, so take some water. This is where you can go and have kite lessons or surfing lessons. It's a good beach and some fun little bars. Trip 2. La Laguna, the first city established in the Canary Islands. Tram to Trinidad.
Half an hour by tram from Santa Cruz to Trinidad. The old town is called La Laguna and the tourist office is in this beautiful building here. We're walking through La Laguna and we found Calle San Agustin, which is the main street.
Just to say, we did all these last locations in one day.
We're going to see Cristino de Vera's Art Foundation. He was born in Tenerife and he's still alive today. This beautiful 18th century house has been turned into an art museum. The benches are incredibly detailed and look at the ceiling. Every house has something special. This is a view of Don Quixote. As you walk in, the narration starts. There are silhouettes of Don Quixote and a narration of chapters in his life. This is all about the terrible incident of the windmills. It's amazing. Oh, this is the death of Don Quixote. This is an absolutely incredible street. This church was built in 1506 by Augustinian friars. San Agustin Street in La Laguna has been amazing. Most of the places are free to go in. So now we're leaving La Laguna and getting the 102 to Puerto de la Cruz. If you find it hard to spot the sign for the Botanical Gardens, you'll find it easy to spot the orange dome on the shopping centre opposite. The Botanical Gardens are soon going to be 3 times the size. They're amazing. You should have a look. It's only €3 to come in. It's fantastic value for money. Opens 9 o'clock in the morning and closes at 6 o'clock at night. On the walk down from the Botanical Gardens to Puerto de la Cruz, there are some unusual little shopping outlets. There's Heidi's Boutique in Kitzbühel, one of my favourite Austrian resorts. See our film on it. After the Botanical Gardens, opposite a Cespa garage, and before you go down the hill to Puerto de la Cruz, are the Orchid Gardens. The wonderful aroma hits you before you get to the gardens. Agatha Christie and William Wilde, Oscar's father, both stayed here.
So you can see Tenerife's a big island with a lot to see and a lot to do. And we haven't done the quad bikes and the sand dunes and the camel ride. There is loads to look at, so you need to plan. Planning's essential. And the bus routes are key to getting around. And it's easy to get around.
The Orchid Gardens open from 9 till 6. It's €4.75 to get in, and there's a cafe bar, well worth a visit. We've arrived in Puerto de la Cruz, which is an important tourist town. The journey from Laguna was 30 minutes. The beach is popular because we're out of season and it's quite crowded. It's the black volcanic sand that Tenerife is famous for. This is really interesting. There's all these little piles of rock.
I think Gran Canaria is a beach holiday. I'm not sure as Tenerife is.
If you walk along the seawall, be prepared to get wet on this dramatic coastline. The lighthouse actually looks like a piece of modern art. The sea is so rough, but the bays are protected. And if you want to go swimming, it's an ideal place to watch your children. She's just caught some fish.
This is the local tourist office, but the same tours are on offer. The quad bike safaris, the desert rides, the camel rides.
The tourist office in Puerto de la Cruz is in Plaza de Europa. In the tourist office there's a weather forecast as to what the weather's like up in the volcano. So it's 10 degrees at the moment and tomorrow it's raining, so it's probably useful when you're planning a trip. Good job we're not driving. This is a small beer. One of the features of Puerto de la Cruz is La Promenade, and this part of the promenade has been built to look like a fortress.
Doris Visits is port guides and information.
There's a nice little bay round there.
It's also ship tours and ideas and chat sites, so you can ask others who've been there before and help others.
There are plenty of great places to eat and overlook the sea. I'd hate to see it when it's angry. Welcome to Lisbon. There are 2 ships berthed in the new cruise terminal today, the Azamara Quest and the Spirited Adventure. And we've just walked a higgledy-piggledy route up the back streets to this fantastic vantage point. It took us about 10 minutes.
But there is another way you could get to the top of the hill.
So that's Joseph I, and he was the king at the time of the earthquake in 1755. The easiest way to explore Lisbon is to turn left from the ship, walk along the coastal road towards Commercial Square. You'll know it because of the huge statue of King Jose mounted on his horse in the middle. We're going to purchase a ticket from the metro to explore the city. Bus Metro daily ticket. This ticket supposedly gets you on metros, lifts, funiculars and trams. Let's see if it works.
But it won't get you all the way to the palace. That's a couple of euros more.
So we've arrived at the palace. It's just one straight road down and it's an 18-minute walk after the 18 minutes on the train. Not far. Not to be missed, the tiled ceramic canal. It's decorated with 18th century scenes, and the royal family often used to take a boat down here on sunny afternoons to enjoy themselves. The palace is often referred to as the Portuguese Versailles. Turn right through the square, you'll find the cathedral and all the sights. But if you want the trendy side of Lisbon, keep on walking. You'll find some old shacks, and behind them you'll find the Time Out building, and it's so worth a visit. This place is really rocking, and no matter what your taste in food or drink, you are going to definitely find it here. There's everything. There's the church we walked from, and there are the cruise ships in the horrible rain and mist, and yet you're just warm and cozy. And I'm heading to the bar, which will make me feel even better.